So here are some basic tips of how you should turn a Rubik's Cube. If you ever turning the left and right side, then you use your entire wrist. Now anytime you turn the top layer, if you want to go clockwise, use your right hand index fingers like this, and counterclockwise is just your left index finger. And here are some examples of algorithm that we could do with it. For the F layer, there's a few things you could do. You can regrip your hand and do it with the same way you do with U. And now, there are other ways you can do F that don't require rebooting your hand, and that's just by using your thumbs. Now, just do an F turn clockwise depending on which thumb is more favorable in that position. You are gonna either do thumb like this, or you can use your left thumb and push out from here. Now, which of these you choose usually depends on the algorithm. So for example, for the tip permutation algorithm, you can do it like this. And here's an F move, and we are gonna do it with this. And here for the F prime, we can do it with your right thumb like that. Now, if you are turning the D layer, you will use one of your ring finger. So, either gonna be like this for D, or this for D prime. So, for example, B essentially was either like D or like U, just depending on how you are holding the cube. So, if you happens to be here, you can do it like U. And if your hand happens to be lower, then you can do it like this. So now we'll do more advanced finger tricks, and this is to help when you have a specific grip and you won't do the standard finger. For example, for you can only do that when your right thumb is on the front. So if your right hand thumb is on top, then what you can do is pull you just like this. Except this is gonna feel a little bit awkward at first. It is something you will have to get used to it. Another way you can do is by pushing you with your left hand like this to the back. Now this is especially hard and requires a lot of strength, but if you can get used to it, it's a very good way to do it. And one last way is by moving your left hand to here and then do this. So this might be a little bit easier in the beginning, but moving your hand this far is not a good idea. The best way to do is either this way or this way. So if your left thumb is on the top, you want to do U prime again, you have the same option as before. If your right thumb is on the bottom and you want to do U, you can use your left hand in either of this way. Or you can drag along with your ring or pinky finger, whichever you prefer, like that. So here an example of how you can use these finger tricks. We have the cross done and we want to insert this corner and this edge. So instead of regripping every single time you want to do this, it's better to keep your thumb on the front and don't regrip. So, or you can do it with your right hand. Now, the reason this is good because if you want to transition into the next pen, your left thumb being here will be a little bit awkward and you have to regrip again. So you might as well keep your right on the front all the time. So if you want to do this one followed by this one, you can do it very smoothly, which is faster. Next is different ways of doing the move. So I said that you can do D like this, but only if your thumbs are on the front. Now if your thumb wanted to do D prime with your right hand, but your thumb was not on the front, then instead you can use your other hand to do a reverse push. Now this is very important one. It is hard to learn as well, but it's when you pair your ring finger here and push backward like that, it will look like this. So this was the importance of this algorithm shot as well with D move. So this order with the headlight, here will go like this, R to D, and then here we will do D prime the other way because your right hand is not on the front, so you will have to do it with your other hand and then finish the algorithm. And lastly, we have moves that don't affect grip, but you just make things faster. So the first one is U2, which is done with index finger and then middle finger. And you should be able to do U2 with your other hand as well. There are other ways to do U2, which is like pushing with your index finger all the way here, but again, that requires a large amount of distance to travel. So it's usually better to just do it with two fingers. And then with D2, we have a similar, either you can use your finger and followed by ring finger. Another way which I prefer is ring finger followed by pinky finger. So for M prime, which goes upwards, you can use your ring finger Now for M, this is not very common move to do, and that's with your middle finger. Go down like this from the back. So go from here and push all the way up back to here. And then for M2, which is very important, is ring finger followed by middle finger. So ring like this and then middle like this. So an example for MU move is for this piano. So the MU version will go like this: M prime, U prime, M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2. So that's it for tips on finger tricks. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.